Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, rich rising. Happy new day to each and every one of y'all this morning. How y'all doing this morning? Go ahead and double tap on my screen real quick. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Come on in the room. Hey, come on in the room. Yeah. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all my scriptures in the room. Hey, come on, play that keyboard, Rashad. Where y'all at this morning? Come on in the room. Hey, come on. Come on in the room. Yeah, come on in the room, man. Double tap on my screen real quick as you're coming into this room. If you know for a fact, you know what, Coach, I'm in need of a word on today. I'm in need of some love on today. I'm in need of some peace on today. I'm here for it on this morning. Double tap on that screen. If you woke up this morning and you like, you know what, the day is going to be one of them challenging days, but I'm going to go ahead and surrender it right now. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate you both so much, man. Double tap on that screen as you're coming in. If you showed up this morning and you said, you know what, I don't know what's going on in my life right now, but I'm trusting and believing God to do exceedingly and abundantly all that I could ask or think. If you woke up this morning and you said, you know what, have your way in my life. I know that's right, Romeo. Come on, double tap on that screen. If you showed up this morning and you said, you know what, have your way. You know, that's how I woke up today, y'all. I just want to know who in agreement. That's how I woke up today. I woke up with have your way. However you want to go about it. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn got that first badge of the morning. I think it was Lynn and Heather Geegan. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Y'all double tap on my screen. Double tap on that screen real quick. How y'all doing this morning? Let's go. There go Heather Geegan right there. Double tap on that screen this morning. Let's get up to our goals. I'm ready to go in. I'm already. Y'all know yesterday we were talking about grinding with grace. We were talking and understanding how important it is on this journey for us to, we're right now 81 days in. We only have about 41 more days left in 2024. And we've been talking about the importance of making sure that we are focused in every single area of our life. We've been talking about the importance of making sure that before we do anything, we do what? We consult God first. In other words, go to prayer. Right? Am I right or am I right? We talked about that on Monday. I said as of November the 18th, 9:39 a.m., before you make a move, this for anybody that missed alive. I said before you make a move, before you commit to anything, before you jump in any type of relationship, friendship, situationship, pray about it first. That's what we said, right? That's what we said November the 18th, 2024 at 9:39 a.m. that before we make a move, before we commit, before we have that conversation with anybody, that uncomfortable conversation, we're gonna pray about it first, right? Because we have to learn. There you go, Sheila Davis. Exactly. Pray first. Why? Because we have a bad habit of consulting everyone but God. Oh yeah, I want to talk about that. Yeah, come on, if you think about it, we have a bad habit of consulting everybody but God. We'll go and get everybody else feels on the situation, what they feel about it, what they think about it, all of that. We'll go and get it all from them folks, but y'all don't understand that God is the only one that sees all. He's the only one that knows all. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere, all at the same time. And he can tell you what other folk can't tell you. He can expose you to truths that other folk can't expose you to. So why is he always the last one that you actually go to? Why not go to God first? Why not get his guidance on whatever it is that you want to do? Why not go find that out first? Why do we make him last? And then by the time that we go over there and consult God about it, it's because it's already out of control. By that time, we already down bad. By that time, we did some stuff that we ain't got no business doing. We already caught all the way up. Why do we continuously put him in the back burner, right? And go out here and we run to other folk and we want to get their opinions. We want to get their thoughts. We want to get how they feel about it, as if what they think, what they say, and what they feel is going to change anything. Because it won't. Cause it absolutely won't. And the truth be told, the moment that you go out there and you going and you base whatever it is that you about to do and you base it on the feelings of other folks, now you ain't satisfying you actually satisfying them. So again, here we are back at that people pleasing. When I tell you people pleasing goes many different ways, and it's so cunning that a lot of ways you don't even know that you're doing it until after you've done it. You don't even realize that that's how you're moving until after it's already done. And somebody have the common sense to say, well, why did you do that? And your rebuttal back to that individual was, I had talked to mama and she had said, oh, I had talked to my dad and my dad had said, I had talked to my sister. Come on, Romeo, for real, right? You don't even realize that's how tricky people pleasing really and truly is. It will finesse you and you won't even know that it's happened until somebody spin the block and ask you, why did you do what you did? And then when you start explaining it to them why you done that thing that you done, you're like, oh my God. Bamboozled. You know when you scratch your head, oh my God, bamboozled. Oh my God, I done got hoodwinked again. Oh my God, I done messed up one more time. Oh yeah, you don't realize it until the last minute. But if we start training ourselves right now to go to God in prayer first. Wait, somebody in the chat just put cheat code. Just gave you the cheat code. If we learn how, if we train ourselves to go to God first, then we're going to save ourselves a lot of heartache. We're going to save ourselves a lot of pain. We're going to save ourselves a lot of wasted time. We're going to save ourselves a lot of broken relationships, broken friendships, broken situationships. We're going to save ourselves from having to, give it another 2 weeks on this job and leaving that job. If we train ourselves to go to God in prayer first, that's the cheat code. We're going to save ourselves from the embarrassment, right? And the having to start over and to reset so much because we didn't fail back into that people-pleasing mentality without notice. That's the cheat code. Think about it. Think about it. What life would be like if you got it right the first time? You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with things, right? That's where I'm at with things. I don't know about y'all, you know what I'm saying? But just by a show of hands in the chat, are you ready to get it right the first time? You know what I'm saying? Are you tired of having to bounce back? Are you tired of having to start over? Are you tired of having to always reset? Like, it's one thing it's one thing. I see you in the chat now. I see y'all TikTok. That's right. Get in the chat. The truth of the matter is I mastered the art of bouncing back, right? I know how to bounce back. I'm not afraid of bouncing back. I'm not afraid of starting over. I'm not afraid of that. But what it's not that. I don't want that to become a habit of mine. Come on, hear me. Put it inside your notes real quick. I'm not afraid of bouncing back. I've mastered bouncing back. I don't have a problem with bouncing back. The thing about it is I don't want bouncing back to be my clutch. I don't want it to be my excuse. I don't want it to be the thing that I say when I want to do the wrong thing and I just, I can bounce back from that. I can come back from that. No. I don't want that to become a normal thing for me, a habit for me. I want to get it right the first time. And the only way that we're going to learn how to get it right the first time is if before we make a move, we pray. Before we sign a contract, you pray. Before you do a business deal, you pray. That you start to put God before everything. God first, everything else after. Yeah. Come on. God first and then everything else after that. Now you're about to save yourself some time, some energy, some effort. You ain't wasting away your love. You ain't wasting away your affection on people that truly didn't deserve it because your prayer life is so strong. Your meditation life is so strong. The relationship that you have developed with yourself and Christ is in perfect alignment. So your spirit of discernment is at its top tier level, is operating as its best. Understand me? So you can peep BS from a mile away. They can be talking and looking so good while they do it. You ain't doing nothing but watching their lips. Hello. Y'all done seen folks with some really nice lips before. Like, don't play with me like I'm the only one that look at people mouth and feet first, right? I'm just being honest and transparent. You looking at them and you like, oh my God, you is in love with Lord, understand that you is, boy, look at here. But then at the same time, you're like, no, the devil is a lie. Even though you look good, you smell good, you a beautiful disaster. Ooh, you look like everything that I would love to have. But I know that you are a beautiful disaster. Desire restraints. I know that. Understand that desire restraints. Even though you look good, even though you smell good, even though that looks like a great opportunity, and even though this look like something that'll take me to that next level, even though this look like something that I should want to do, I have enough. My spirit of discernment got me over here by the back of my shirt and then drug me spiritually all the way down the road. Hello, somebody. Understand me. That's what it'll do to you. I'm just being real. The church folk know. Understand me. You over there and you want to do it so bad, but that thing got you wrapped up, tied up, then snatched you all the way down the road. And like, baby, but we not doing that today. I need for you to understand. We're not throwing away this right here. That thing will ride you so doggone much. What? Y'all don't be, I'm telling you, when that spirit, when you operating with that healthy spirit of discernment, when you're fasting and you're praying on a regular basis, when you're seeking God's face on a regular basis, when he said, my people will not be ashamed, I want you to understand that he really and truly means that. Understand, when he says, my word is not going to come back to me void, he really and truly mean that. Even when you want to do the wrong thing, it will bother you so much that you would just throw up. You just be, throw it up. You'll just be like, I just don't care. Nah, I'm good on it. And even though you might have an attitude while you sitting at home, you will be sitting at home. Even though you be mad as all get out, like I really wanted to go to that, but I already know I done did too much work on myself. So you go and sit it out. And then the moment that you go and sit it out, the moment that you, even though you wanted to do it, even though you wanted to be there, even though you wanted to engage in that conversation, but the part of you that already knew that it wasn't going to be something that was beneficial to your growth and your development, when you already knew that you engaging in that wasn't going to do nothing but upset you, it was going to ruin your mood, ruin your day, it was going to pierce your peace, so you walked off. Even though when you walked off, you was looking at like how everybody was going to feel about it. Oh, they going to think I'm weak, they going to think this, they going to think that. You know what I mean? You had to put your pride to the side, because now you're in the situation where you're allowing God to lead. And it's not about what you think about it, it's not about what you feel about it, it's not about what you want out of it, it's about the fact that that's not in the will right there. Understand, I'm not operating in my consciousness, I'm operating with that Christ consciousness. So before I go there with you, I pray. Before I lower that vibration, I pray. Before I step out of alignment, I'll pray. Why? Because see, you ain't got what I got. That's going to cost me too much. So you start looking at things and you start looking at the spiritual price tag on those things. Somebody just put spiritual price tag. Friends say, amen, that part. Come on. Yeah, come on, be real about it. When you're really working on yourself, really working on your development, the moment that you start getting in alignment with Christ, when you start fasting, you start praying, you start worshiping, you pick up your self-help book, you pick up your Bible, and you're reading them right there together. So not only are you working on your mental health, you're also working on your mental health and your spiritual health. But through combining both of those, you're also now, a lot of people don't understand, when you're working on your mental health and your physical health, your mental health and your spiritual health, you're also working on your emotional health as well. You can't work on spiritual health and mental health and it not boost your emotional health as well. It helps you become more emotionally intelligent. The more that you read those self-help books and combine those books with the scripture and balancing out your spiritual life, your physical life and mental life, once you combine those things, what you're doing is you're working on every component that makes you build pushes you up to your fullest potential. That's what I'm saying. When you combine all of those things together and you have a healthy balance of all of those things, that's what pushes you to your fullest potential. Because the more that you work on your mental health through reading the right type of self-help books, right? When you're reading those books, it's telling you about the worrying, about the stress, about the anxiety, about controlling your emotions. It's telling you about your triggers. You're learning all of these things. And then when you bring that spiritual connection over there to it, and now you're looking for a higher power, something that's outside of yourself, somewhere to relinquish those worries that book told you about, that stress that book told you about, the anxiety that book told you about. This book over here, which is the Bible, is going to give you a place to place all of those things. That's why you can't have one without the other. Teach. Come on. you can't have one without the other. There you go, friend. Total package. You have to have them both. And you have to have them combined. So when you're over there and you're operating with that type of mindset, right? When you're working on yourself and your development mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, when you have that balance of all of these things going together, even in situations where you want to respond like other folk, you will not respond like other folk. In situations where you know for a fact that you can really take it there. And not only do you know that you can take it there, they know too. Because some folk already know the type of person that you are. Some folk know already, baby, you know not to play with me. And the only reason why I ain't laid these hands on you the way that you know I can put these hands on you is because of the Christ that is living within the inside of me. So you have to understand that people are not as slow as they pretend to be, but they will test you in more than one way. And they don't start testing you until you get on your journey. That's what I'm saying. You don't run into that handsome something. You don't run into that beautiful something. And both of them come looking like your preference until you start working on yourself and your development. You're like, I've been looking for somebody all this time. And the moment that I start really working on myself, now here you come. Understand me, distracting me. Now here you come, pulling me out of alignment. I've been over here by myself, focusing on my growth and my development, developing a relationship with myself, finally learning who I am, what I am, and what it is that I really want out of life. I done developed my whole vision board. I done did all this work on myself. And now here you come tiptoeing right on back up in my life. Hey, big head, how you doing? You know, I missed you. Why don't we go to counseling together? Why don't we you can work on yourself with me. We can do it together. Understand me? And all of that ain't nothing but the trick of the enemy, because somebody that wants you to grow, that wants you to heal, that wants you to develop, they're not trying to attach themselves to you. You have to know what's an attachment and what's an assignment. When people want you and they love you and they see greatness all over you and they know that you're building something within yourself, they're not going to try to attach themselves to you. Understand me? They'll be in their friend zone themselves. Oh, really? What book you reading? They'll be reading the same book that you're reading, and y'all will only be talking about that book. It will be absolutely no pressure applied about a relationship. They won't even bring up relationship. Understand me? So if anything did happen, it will be happening over a course of time of both of you guys growing and evolving. It won't be I'm reading this book just to get connected to you, or I'm going to counseling just because I want to get back with you. It won't have nothing to do with you. It'll have everything to do with the fact that they see something wrong within themselves, and now they're fixing what they got going on in their own life. What you saying, coach? Fix yourself, for yourself, by yourself. Understand me? That's what you got to do. Fix yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Don't fix you for me, because I don't want you resenting me in the end. I don't want you feeling a way about me in the end. Understand? Fix yourself, for yourself, by yourself. Why? Because I don't want you coming back to me and saying that, oh yeah, well, I did all this for you. I made these sacrifices for you. I bent over backwards for you. I went to counseling for you. Don't do it for me. Do it because you see a problem with you. Hello? Oh, so can somebody say go deep? Can somebody just tell me to go deep? Because I want to go there. I want to go there, but I don't want to scare folk off. I want to go there, but I don't want to scare folk off. Wait a minute, Lily, because there's certain things I can say and certain things I can't say, right? Because sometimes I be getting sensitive people, and I just want to know who don't mind me going there real quick. Oh, TikTok is like, we outside with you, honey. We on the front porch with you. We on the front porch with you. We ready for you to go there. Double tap on my screen. Send me some love. Double tap on my screen. Can I get some love over here on Facebook? Facebook, do y'all want me to go there? Oh, wait a minute. Michelle said, hold up, I'm here. Go there. Jacqueline Davis said, go there. Can I get 100 stars on Facebook real quick? What's up, IG? IG, can I get 6 badges? Can I get 6 badges? I want to go there. TikTok, I ain't going to say nothing to y'all. I see the gifts coming. I see the flowers coming. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you, sweet baby trees. I appreciate y'all. Y'all at 54K right now. Y'all at 54K. Y'all going off this morning. Double tap on that screen. Thank you so much, Natural. Appreciate you. Thank you, Benny Simpson, that popped in. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Can I go deep? I want to go deep, and I'm asking for the love first. Y'all know if I ask for the love first, y'all know why, right? I say pass the collection plate real quick, because after I say this, it's some of y'all that might say, ain't no way she did my toes like that. Ain't no way she running up and down my house like that. Ain't no way she just exposed my life like that. The reason why I don't want you to do it for me, the reason why I don't want you to fix you for me while I'm working on myself and everything, don't do it for me. When you know that this is what I'm doing in my life and I'm working on myself and my development, do not do it for me. Hit that share share button real quick. Everybody on all 3 platforms, hit that share button. You know why I don't want you to do it for me? Because, baby, when I start working on myself, when I start working on my development, when I start really healing and developing in life, when I start growing, when I get my mind right, when I get my emotions right, when I get my self-esteem up, when I get my confidence up, baby, you just might not be my type. And I don't want you to, come on. That's reality. That's real stuff right there. Understand me? Don't get mad at me. That's why I said you bless me first. Because some of y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Understand, you might not be my type when I become my healthier me. When I get my stuff together, I might not look at you the same. Understand me? Because when I'm broken, right? When I'm down bad, when I'm desperate, you would settle for anything. You would deal with anybody. You just want something to distract you. Come on, coach. You just want something to distract you from the pain. You just want something that's going to take your mind off of what it is that you're going through in your life at that moment. You don't mind. And you'll put your number on social media. Wait a minute, Kara, I got some more. They'll put their number on social media, post their whole number up there and say, I need some text buddies. They want somebody to text their phone, to call their phone, to be able to interact with these folks that they don't even know, all because they need a distraction, because the silence in their life is so loud. The demons that's tormenting them is so loud. They will jump on every single dating app that they can find to find folk to come and do what? Fly them from one state to another state to lay up with them instantly, and they don't even know them. But the demons that they're wrestling with is so rough that they want to have somebody's presence right there. They don't understand the damage. Oh God. Yeah. Come on. Whoa, coach, wait a minute. I'm no longer that individual. Yeah, you taking trips. You taking trips to go lay up with them. Understand, you spending big bag to go lay up with them. All because you don't want to deal with your own demons. Because, because of the things that you're wrestling with. You want somebody to be around you so bad. You're so codependent on other folk that you think that you can't even survive without other folk smiling in your face, grinning in your face. And guess what? You'll be over there laying up with them folks, and you'll be slinging those sweet nothings all up in their ear, and you done got them folks over there laid up and tied up. Now them folks over there, they want to be with you so bad, and then you mess around and you start working on yourself, your growth and your development. Then you start learning your worth. Then you start building your confidence. Then you start building your self-esteem and everything. And that thing that you done flew in over there to lay up with, that thing that you've been dealing with, and you thought, oh yeah, we gonna be together, that's my forever, and all this and all of that. And then all of a sudden, that's when your eyes was wide shut, right? Your eyes was wide shut. You didn't see the way that you see now. You didn't understand the way that you understand now. Understand me? So you was walking around and you was wide sleep, baby. Well, that's right. You thought you had to instruct something. And then all of a sudden, when you start healing, you start developing, you start growing, and you put on them glasses. Oh, baby, that mirror ain't as smoky as it was before. You looking at like, oh, baby, you are beautiful, but you are rotten to the core. To the core. I let you talk to me crazy because I was in a broken state. Yeah. I had been dealing with folk that talked to me like that, so I thought that was the normal thing. Understand me? I accepted you and all your toxic, narcissistic, manipulative ways because that was all that I knew. That was all that I had been exposed to. That's all that I had grew up around. But the moment that I started locking in, right when I started locking in and I started growing and I started evolving, I realized that what I was allowing in my life was not right. I realized in that moment that I deserved healthier connections, that I deserved people that loved me, that respected me, that valued me, that heard me, that saw me, understand me, and that appreciated my presence. And all of this time, I had been settling for less than God's best. All of this time, understand me, I did not realize that I was putting up with things that I should have never been putting up with, that I had been tolerating, things that I should have never been tolerating, that I had been reducing the person that I was to satisfy the needs of other people, that I was reducing, that I was diluting, that I was sugarcoating the person that I was to make it easier for other folks to deal with me, understand me. And one thing about it, two things for sure, is you will never be enough for the wrong person. When a person is not right for you and you're not right for that person, it'll never fit. That's not your match. You got to turn the cards back over. You know how you was little and you had all the cards spread out on the bed, you and your sisters and brothers, and you had to flip the cards over to find the one that matched. And when you found the one that matched, then you picked up them two together and you set it over there to the side. Some of you guys are flipping the cards over and noticing that you're not a match, and you're still picking the cards up. That ain't how you play the game. Hold up. Yeah, go fish. There you go. Wait a minute. That ain't, hold up. Let me help you. Let me help you real quick. That ain't how you play the game. That's not how the game, that's, baby. Yeah, you cheating right now. What you say, Coach? Baby, you cheating right now. And I want you to understand something about cheating. You cannot cheat the game of life. You can't cheat the game of life. Y'all know I always have some type of illustration, and they just come to me right when I'm talking, right? It's been years since I played goldfish. But the truth of the matter is, it's not your match. But when you're desperate, when you're broken, when you're down bad, when you don't know any better, then you will settle for anything. You will accept anything from anybody because you're looking for a distraction. You're looking for someone to come into your life and keep your mind off of what it is that you're dealing with. And Chosen Family, I know y'all know this, and what I teach y'all, these are called what? These are called what? These are called what? When you, what are these people called? I want to see who got their notebook. What are these people called? When you have somebody taking up a space in your life, when you have a person that's taking up space in your life, understand me, when you're down bad, when you're going through something, and they there to take your mind off of what you're going through, they're called a void filler. There you go, Erica. That's right. That's a fact. I gave y'all that note last year. I just wanted to know if y'all still remember. It's a void filler. You're a void filler. You're filling a void, a place in my life. Understand? You're filling a void filler where I'm empty at that moment. You're just filling that place. But the more that I work on myself, guess what happens? I start to push. I start to fill up that spot. The more that I work on myself, I start to fill up that spot. And the more that I pray, I'm filling up that spot. And the more that I read, I'm filling up that spot. The more that I do the job, do the things that I need to do, then guess what? You're filling up that spot. And eventually, that thing that was filling that void doesn't have a place to go, right? Because I tell y'all what, that is a filtering process. When you're pouring it in, when you're pouring in the good stuff, the bad stuff has to come up. It has to go somewhere. Understand me? So the more that you're pouring the good stuff in, let's just say that it's balanced like this at first. It's like this at first. And then now you're pouring the good stuff in. So the more that you pour the good stuff in, that bad stuff got to come out because it's not enough room for both. You can't have both of those things in that same space. So it's like a tube, and you're pouring what you need in and you're pushing it out. It's just like Drano, right? It's just like Drano. When you got a Drano and you're pouring good stuff inside, right? You're pouring what in that's breaking up the goo. That's breaking up the particles, the hair, the stuff that's been built and plugged it. So it slowly eats away at it inside the tube. It's not something that you can see because it's inside the tube. You just have to pour it in and you have to trust that it's going to work. Come on, hear me out. Hear me out. Follow the instruction. You have to pour it in, and when you're pouring it in, you're just hoping that it's going to work the way that it's supposed to work, because the last thing that you want to do is call a plumber, because you already know that that's going to be an expensive bill. So what you do, you pour in the Drano, right? You pour a whole jug of it in there because you're like, I don't know what's all up in there. So what you're doing is you're pouring into your life. So you're fasting, you're praying, you're worshiping, you're doing this on yourself, and you're doing it on a regular basis. And what's happening at that moment is, it's working behind the scenes. That's exactly how God works. He works behind the scenes. You don't see all the things that he's doing in your life. You don't see the way that he's moving in your life. You don't see the things that he's bringing to your life. You just have to trust and believe that he's in there and that he's going to work. That's how it is. When you're pouring in that good stuff, you're pushing that old stuff right up out of there, and it got to come out. So So now you got this void filler, somebody that you was interested in only while you was broken, but now that you're not broken anymore, they not your type. Now you're not down bad anymore, they not your type. Now you're not lonely, sad, and depressed anymore, they not your type. They not somebody that you want to deal with. They not somebody that you see yourself in a relationship with. They was only good for when you was down bad. Now you don't have an interest. You start to see things more differently, more clearer, because anything that you unclog, now it has a flow. Now you see it the way that you need to see it. And before, I didn't see your behavior, but now that I got vision, now you ain't who I thought that you was. Now you ain't who I thought you was. I thought you was some, wait. Yeah, you talked a real good game, but now I'm seeing that you're not who I thought that you were. Not at all. Yeah, wait, hold up. Come on. And now you have this person that's standing in your face saying, I did all this for you. I did this for you. I did that for you. I moved here for you. I did this. That's why it's important for you to watch what you're doing in your healing and your growing stages of your life. Don't do it for me. Work on yourself, for yourself, by yourself. Work on yourself, for yourself, by yourself. Don't fix you for me. Don't fix you because you need fixing. Don't work on the things that you need to be doing. Don't do those things for me, because guess what? When I start growing and evolving, I'm not going to have a false sense of responsibility towards you. Understand me. I'm not going to hesitate when it comes down to me walking away from you. I'm not going to hesitate or drag my feet when it's time for us to separate. I don't want you developing no type of bond, no type of attachment to me that you start to think that I belong to you or you belong to me. That's not what I'm going to do. But when you allow that person to feel that way, when you cater to that feeling, then now what you are doing in that moment is you're becoming a manipulator. Understand me. Now you're in the wrong because you already knew that you're not for me. You're not for me. You're not what I want out of a relationship. You're not what I want out of a marriage ship. You're not what I want out of family ship. And the more that you grow and you develop, then guess what? You develop a low tolerance for these type of folk. And this is why it's so important. It's so important for you to always operate with that open mind, which we talked about yesterday, right? You're not open mind, but honest mind. You have to operate with that honest mindset and say, when something is not for you, it's simply not for me. Understand me. And you have to be transparent. You have to be real. You have to have that conversation with the person that you need to have that conversation with, not with everybody else. But that's what happens when you start trying to connect and fix yourself together. When you start that's what happens when you try to fix yourself together. When you try to hold on to something or someone and they want to go to counseling because they don't want to lose you. When they want to go to counseling because they don't want to have to start over and I think we can just, if we work on ourselves together, then we can fix it together. This ain't a group project. Understand me. This not, I know that it sounds harsh and a lot of folk don't like that I'm so harsh. They don't like the fact that I'm so real, that I'm so honest about certain things because they like the lies. They want to be comforted with lies. They want people to sugarcoat it. They want the people to dilute it. They want people to stroke their egos and pat their backs. And some folk ain't really ready to leave the situation that they're in, so they get offended by the truth. When folks start telling them the truth, especially when you know the truth, when you start knowing the truth about those individuals and you're telling them the truth, they get triggered by the fact that you're telling them the truth because they want you to lie to them like the people that's around them do. They want you to make them feel good about what it is that they're doing and accept the excuses that they make in their life like everybody else do. And when you hold them accountable for their life and hold them accountable for what it is that they're going through, oh, they develop an issue with you. They got a problem with you. Oh, that's just too much. And I don't know. I don't really agree with that. I don't know how I feel about that. And they're in the same situations that they've been in. They're in the same exact situations because I don't agree with that. Yeah, no, just say you don't agree with change. You don't agree with growth. You don't agree with holding yourself and other folk accountable. Let's just say that you're not ready to leave the situation that you're in right now. So yeah, listening to me ain't comfortable. for you. It's not comfortable for you because you get too triggered. She triggered me when she talked to me. Understand me? I can't watch her like that because I'm telling you, everything that she say, it be all up in my house. Understand me? It be all up in my house, all up in my relationship. She had me over here looking at this man crazy. She had me over here looking at this woman cross-eyed and all of that. And I know I still love them. I still love them. And I'm still running after them right now. I'm not yet ready to leave. So I won't watch. I won't interact. I won't engage. I have to distance myself because, yeah, you have to understand. And it's going to be some folk like that. And that's okay, right? And that's okay. Everybody ain't trying to grow. Everybody ain't trying to leave. But what I'm trying to tell you is this right here, that when you staying, you're suffering. When you staying, you're settling. Therefore, you're suffering because of your settling. Understand me? When you staying, then that's what you're tolerating. That's what you're putting up with. So don't come over here crying in a river. Don't come over here crying about what you're allowing in your life. Don't come over here whining and having no pity party, upsetting our day and what we got going on. Got us over here praying for you when you know you ain't going nowhere, falling out with folk and everything else, and you know that you ain't going nowhere. No. Keep that over there. Take us out the group chat. Take us out the group. All baby. Going into 2025, baby, take us out the group chat. Whatever you got going on over there, if you ain't finna leave, don't bring that over here to us. We the action type of friends. Don't call us until you ready to leave. Until you need money for a U-Haul and some boxes. Don't call us. If you still sitting over there trying to work it out, if you still sitting over there trying to figure it out, don't call us. We the action friends over here. If you ain't trying to get in no Uber, if you ain't trying to catch no Lyft, if you don't need nobody to send you no van, don't call us. We the action friend. We don't need to know the ins and outs of your relationship. We don't need to know your deepest, darkest thoughts of your relationship. Go tell that to the person that needs to know it. You telling it to everybody other than them. That ain't real. That ain't solid. How they know about things that I don't know about. Understand me? Go talk to the person that need to be talked to about it. That's what you have to tell folk. Because I'm telling you, some folk don't want to grow. They don't want to heal. All they want is somebody to pacify them. All they want is somebody to babysit them. All they want is somebody to make them feel okay for what it is that they're doing in their life. And as long as you a yes man, as long as you a yes woman, understand that then you're providing a clutch for them. You're giving an excuse for them. You shouldn't even want those type of people in your life. Tell me the truth. Hold me accountable. Correct me in love so that I can grow in love. I can heal in love. I can develop in love. God knows I don't want to be crying over the same thing for 5 and 6 years. I don't want to be going through the same hurt for 5 and 6 years. I don't want to continuously be on a broken cycle for 5 or 6 years. Thank you, Marquetta, for the stars. I don't want to do it. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to develop. I'm trying to create the very best version of myself. And I'm doing what? I'm disconnected from anything that's not in alignment with that. That's a fact. I'm disconnecting myself from anything that's not in alignment with that. Get your ink pens out. Get your ink pens out. Acceptance. We got 41 days left. 41 days left. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, LaToya Lane. Acceptance. I'm accepting people, places, and things and situations for what they are. Just for what they are. Not what I want them to be, for what they are. You have to let people be who they are. Stop trying to force it on them. Stop trying to make them understand. Stop trying to beg them to get it. Stop having that conversation over and over like a hamster on a treadmill or a dog chasing its tail. Let them folk go. Let them folk do whatever it is that they want them to do. And can you put some word on it? And I shall. Matthew, and that's going to be Matthew 10 and 14. There's going to be some Matthew 10 and 14. Anytime you find yourself over there trying to force a situation, I got to take this off. It's just sliding back too fast. Y'all gonna have to deal with this today. This is what y'all have to deal with this today. Understand me? The truth of the matter, because it's sliding. I ain't got time to play with it this morning. Understand that's Matthew. That's going to be 10 and 14. It's 10 and 14. Yeah, I want you to understand something. Hear me and hear me good. You cannot afford to be over there trying to force people to act right, trying to beg people to act right, running after folk for them to act right. You can't afford that. Understand me. You have to leave folk right there where they happy at. If you like it, sweetheart, I love it. I'm not begging you. I'm not chasing after you. I'm not running you down. I'm not going outside of my way to try to buy in. You know what I'm saying? Understand that my generosity won't change who you are at your core self. That's just who you are. That's just what you want to do. And I'm going to leave you right there at it. You have to understand I got 41 days to get myself in alignment. I got 41 days to get myself right so that I can walk out of 2024 with a win. I'm accepting folk and situations, understand, for what they are and not what I want them to be. Matthew 10 and 14 says some will accept, some will reject, and you got to be prepared to do what? Dust it up off of your feet. I'm dusting off my feet. That's it. That's all. I'm dusting it off of my feet, because just because you don't want to change don't mean that I'm going to let you stop me, stunt me, prevent me from changing. I'm going to leave you right there where you at. You not changing will not stop me from changing. Come on. That's notes. That's notes. You not changing will not stop me from changing. You won't stifle me. You won't keep me in a stuck, stagnant state, because that's what you're choosing. Matthew 10 and 14, I'm going to shake the dust right on up off of my feet, and I'm going to go right on about my business. Understand me, this ain't a group project. I don't need your part to go together with my part for it to work. I'm not begging. I'm not running after. I'm not chasing you down. I'm not trying to buy in. I'm going to leave you right there where you happy at. Understand me, that's it, that's all. That's all. And you have to go forward in your life. You gotta be tired of being stuck because other folk want to be stuck. Over there suffering in life because other folk want to suffer in life, going through hell, and you ain't got to go through hell. Understand me, when you know that you can do more, when you know that you can have more, when you know that for about yourself, you know you got the ambition, you know you got the drive, you know you got the intellect, you know you got it all in you, but you're sitting on it, you're suppressing it because you don't want to leave somebody else. Understand me, when you settle for one thing, when you settle for something in your life, are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this rude awakening? Are y'all ready for this? When you're settling, that's when you're operating out of fear. When you're settling for something in your life, it's the moment that you're about to start losing in life, because now you're settling in life because you're operating out of fear. When you settle for something, it's because you are afraid that you're going to end up with nothing, right? So you will settle for a piece of this so that you won't end up with nothing. But loneliness is way better than chaos. Come on, loneliness is way better than being over there being disrespected. Loneliness is way better than being over there with somebody that don't love you, that don't respect you, that won't, value you. Understand me, that doesn't see your worth. When you settle for something in life, you're only settling because now you're operating with the spirit of fear, and your fear is that you will end up with nothing. You have to pay attention. Understand me, when I told you that the enemy, he's a trickster, he's cunning, he's slick, he's sly, and what it is that he do. You seen this morning, I showed you how people pleasing go many different ways. Now I'm showing you how fear can slide in many different ways. You may have never even thought about that. Yes, it's true. When you settle, you're going to suffer in the relationship, in the friendship, in the job ship, in the church ship, in whatever ship that you've on with whomever. If you settle, then you're going to suffer, because that's not what you really wanted. It's what you're settling for. It's what you're tolerating. It's what you're putting up with. So you're not satisfied. You're not getting what you really needed out of that thing. But when you settle, it's because you're operating with a part of fear of not having. Come on. Red ain't paying notice that, and God doesn't give us the spirit of fear. So when you're operating out of the spirit of fear, then you're operating with the mindset of the adversary. He didn't got you. God doesn't give us the spirit of fear. So when you're operating with the spirit of fear, then that's not of God. Come on, double tap. She said, this is confirmation. Double tap on the screen. That's 1 Timothy 1:7. Double tap on the screen. Understand, you got 41 days to get in alignment. What you say, Coach? Accept it. Accept it for what it is, sweetheart. No matter how bad it hurts, accept it for what it is, because you do more damage to yourself trying to make it be something that it's not. You disappoint yourself when you're trying to make it be something that it's not. You mislead yourself when you're trying
trying to make it be something that it's not. Accept it for what it is. Get out of that delusional type of state, okay? It's an illusion. It's a false reality. It's not real. It's a false reality. You're living in make-believe. Understand me. And when you end up disappointed about that thing, it's not because they disappointed you. It's because you disappointed yourself. You put expectations on a thing when you already knew what that thing was. If you know that it's a cat, why are you expecting for it to bark? If you know that it's a dog, why are you expecting for it to meow? You already know what it is. Understand me. And you have to stop getting upset, getting angry, getting frustrated about things that you already knew. You knew that already, and you still decided that that's what you were going to do. You have to learn how to accept things for what they really and truly are, and not what you want them to be, because you disappoint yourself when you do that. I'm gonna drink the water. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, she said, wait a minute, you on fire this morning. Can you double tap on my screen? Can y'all double tap on my screen? I got some more. I got some more. Get me to 100K. Y'all at 97.3. Double tap on that screen. All right, we almost there. Can I get 100 stars on Facebook? Get us up. Can I get 200? If we get 200, we're going to be at our 2,000 goal. Double tap on my screen. IG, can I get 6 badges? Double tap on my screen. I got some more. Can I give you some more? Because I want to. Come on, Eden Nicole. I got some more. In here. Double tap on my screen. I got some more. I got some more. And in this next 41 days, you're gonna have to manage your emotions. Understand? You have to manage your emotions, but not just manage your emotions like how I normally talk about it. You have to manage your emotions when the answer is no. Come on. What you say? The no. Come on, put it in your notes. You have to manage your emotions when the answer is no. In this next 41 days, you're going to have to manage your emotions when the answer is no. When God says, no, that's not for you, you can't afford, in these next 41 days, you can't afford to have no breakdown. When he says, no, that not the opportunity for you, that's not the relationship for you, you can't afford to have no breakdown. When he says, no, that right there, that look like an opportunity, but it's really going to be a distraction in your life, you cannot afford to have no breakdown. Come on, Purple Flowers. I appreciate you. Double tap on my screen. You have to learn how to manage your emotions when the answer is no, when it's not giving you what you wanted, when it's not going the way that you wanted to go. Understand me. You have to manage your emotions. You cannot afford to break down before your breakthrough. Ain't that what grandmama and granny them used to tell you? Baby, stop breaking down before your breakthrough. You are right there at the breakthrough, and the moment that one inconsistency comes, you throw away the towel. You didn't know that if you step one more time, you was about to step into your new. You didn't know that if you endured it one more night, then when you got up the next morning, that every single thing that you wanted, everything that you needed, everything you was praying for, you was fasting for, it was right around the corner for you. Understand me? But you gave up way too soon. You cannot afford to give up. You can't afford to throw in the towel. You can't afford to step out of alignment. You can't afford to have a temper tantrum. You can't afford to behave like a toddler in the season that we're going into. You got to learn how to manage your emotions. You can't afford to lose your cool, Peter. You can't afford to lose your cool and lash out. Peter, we're going to go John 18, 10 through 11. John 18, 10 through 11. You can't afford to lose your cool. You can't afford to get down on their level. You can't afford to exchange that same type of negative energy that they have. You have to manage your emotions, Peter. Put your sword away. The Bible says if you live by it, you will become unalive by it. You can't afford to get down on their level and do what it is that they do. You can't talk how they talk. You can't show up how they show up. You don't understand. You don't know the day or the hour when it's going to appear. And right in that moment, when you're down on that level, then there you go. You caught up right there with them. Understand me. Managing your emotions, regulating your emotions, self-parenting yourself, telling yourself, let me step away and pray. Let me step away and recenter myself. Let me step away and catch my breath, because I don't want to say something that's going to be out of line. I don't want to do something that's going to be out of line. I don't want to do nothing that I'm going to regret. Why? Because I value myself. Baby, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Understand me? This ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't because I'm afraid of you. It ain't because I feel like you want it. It ain't because I feel like you hurt my feelings. It's because I know me. Oh, I told y'all I had some more. Hold up. That right there, that'll do it. When they say, oh, that'll do it, baby. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This right here, this is because I know me, and I know that if I go there, I'm gonna take it too far. If I go anywhere, it's gonna be way, way, way too far, and I can't afford that. That right there, that's gonna cost me too much. You don't know about the sweat that I put in. You don't know the prayers I put in. You don't know the late nights I put in. You don't know the studying that I put in. I put way too much into this woman that I'm becoming right now for me to throw it away over some nonsense, over some foolishness, over her some he said, she said, they said, some gossip. I can't afford to lose everything that I got. Come on, Khalil Gray, double tap on the screen. Come on, Kaya, is it Kenya? Can you appreciate that? I can't afford to lose me again. If you're in a situation in your life right now when you say, baby, I can't afford to lose me again, I can't afford to lose me again, you don't know how hard I had to work to get right here. You don't know how much I had to cry to get right here. I had to get a coach and a therapist. Understand that I had to spend a night in a mental institution. You don't know how much gas I drove out going nowhere fast. You don't know how many times I had to cry in the car, cry in the shower, cry before going in the work, cry on the way home. You don't know what I had to go through to get to where I'm at right now. You don't know how I had to walk away from my family. You don't know how I had to cut off what I thought was my best friends. You don't know how I had to sit in the doctor's office and listen to the bad report all by myself. Nobody to hold my hand. You don't know when I stood before the judge, I had to stand there alone. Understand me, you don't know what I had to go through to get to where I'm at right now. I can't afford it. I can't not. Come on. Yeah. God is good. He's so good. He's so good. He's so good. I can't afford it. Peter put that sword away. Understand, you live by it. You will become unalive by it. You have to learn how to manage your emotions. Come on. I got some more. Double tap on my screen. I got some more. We got 41 days, and I got to make sure you're in alignment. I got 41 days, and I got to make sure that every single time that I hit that button, that it comes like Little Caesar, hot and ready. Every single time. You got to have your notepad. You got to have your ink pen. You have to have your highlighter, and you got to be prepared to go to work. Don't show up on my lives if you're not prepared to go to work. Understand me, because we're going to go to work over here every single morning. This is what we're going to do. So if you at work at this time, I understand. Put your earbud in, drop your hair over your ear so they don't see it. But now I'm telling you, I cannot promise you that you're not going to jump up out them folks' seat. I cannot promise you that you ain't going to want to cut a rug up in them folks' job. Now, I'm not responsible for that part. I'm just telling you, these are the things that might happen. There is a possibility, 99.98% chance that God gonna move. And when he moves, there's nothing that you can't blame me for the way that he moved. Understand me? You can't blame me for the things that he do because truth, it quickens something in you, right? When you hear some truth, it's like, ooh, wait, it do something. It do something to you. Friends say, no, you don't. You can't help that. You can't help it. You can't help it. There's nothing that nobody can do about that. When it happened, it just happened. Understand me? I got something else though. And in these next 41 days, not only do you have to practice that acceptance, not only do you have to manage your emotions, the next thing is that you have to watch the environments that you're in. Understand me? You have to watch the environments that you're in. And when I'm not talking about how I told it to you before, you have to make sure that you're not in environments that's triggering your old self, that's bringing you back to your old self. You have to make sure that you're not in an environment that you've already outgrown and trying to go back to go hang out with them where they gonna have this and have that, and I just want to pop in just to say hey to them, and I just want to go there and do this and that. If you know that that's not the environment for you, if you know that environment, understand, is a possibility that environment is going to bring out your old self, it's going to entice you in a way that you shouldn't be enticed. It's going to put you back in a situation that you've already prayed, that you already fasted, that you already meditated and studied your way out of. Stop going back into those environments. In these next 41 days, you're going to have to watch your environments. Why? Because we got 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. Bad company corrupts good character. Come on. I'm giving you word to take back with you. Yeah. Why you ain't doing it? Don't say, oh, I ain't doing it because coach said don't do it. You ain't doing it because the word say don't do it. I'm giving it to you in 2024, and then I'm putting the Bible on top of it, so you see your physical life and your spiritual life is supposed to be cohesive. It's supposed to run right there together. Don't argue with me. Argue with the scripture. The scripture said that. Understand? That's what it says. It says your bad company corrupts good character. Understand me? So you have to know that going into the season that we're going into right now in this next 41 days, you have to watch the environments that you're in. You have to watch the places that you go to make sure you're not going into environments and places and spaces that triggers the old you, because it's going to be some folk, understand me, that they can't wait to bring out the old you. It's going to be some folk, they can't wait to have that I told you so moment. It's some folk that watch you on a regular basis. Those monitoring spirits, y'all know, they watch you on a regular basis to see if you're still happy, to see if you still got joy, to see if you still got peace, to see if you still posting scriptures, if you still got praise in your heart, if you still got your car, if you still got your house or your apartment, if you still got that good job. They watching you every day, waiting on your downfall, waiting on you to post something sad, waiting on you to post that you broke up, waiting on you to post that you got divorced, waiting on you to post that you went through something, just so they can say, oh, I knew it wasn't gonna last, because girl, I know them. You will be amazed. Oh yeah. Watching and waiting patiently. Watching and waiting patiently for that aha moment. That's why I tell y'all all the time, watch the people that surround you. Vet the people that you're around. Understand, the more that you grow, the more that you evolve in your life. When you're growing, you raise your access bar. When you grow, your access bar grow. When you up here, your access bar should be up here too. Stop letting those people that was on that level have the same type of access to you. They shouldn't even be able to reach you like they used to. Shouldn't be able to upset you like they used to. Shouldn't be able to make you want to fall out and do anything like they used to. When you grow, raise your access bar as well. Understand me, them folk that's down there that don't want nothing out of life, that ain't trying to grow, ain't trying to heal, or none of that, baby, you have to cut them folk loose and go right on about your business. You have to watch the environment that you're in to make sure that you're not in an environment that triggers the old you, that brings out the old broken version of you that you've already disconnected yourself from. Understand me, they over there trying to call back the old broken version of you that you've been already laid to rest. They calling Lazarus up. I'm not that person anymore. So why you want me to behave like that individual? Every time you say something, they want to go back to how you used to be and what you used to do and how you used to. I'm not that person anymore. So why is that always a topic of your conversation? I don't act like that no more. So why is that always your go-to? I don't even say that or do that. Ain't been there in months. So why in the world do you continuously go back to that all the time? That's the only thing that you say. In every situation, you run back to who I used to be. Why? Why, coach? I'm going to hurt some feelings with this one. Because some people, no matter how much you love them, they want you at that broken state. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you want the best for them, no matter how much you want to see them grow, see them develop, see them be great in life, they don't want the same for you. They're not as invested in you as you are in them. They don't want the goodness that you want for them. They don't want that for you. They want you at your broken state. They want you down bad. They want you with low self-esteem. They want you with low confidence. They want you to be weak-minded, so you will be easy to manipulate. You'll be easy to control. You'll be easy to walk all over. You'll be easy to take advantage of. No matter how much you love some folks, the reality of it is there's no guarantee on that. And you can slap that inside of your chat real quick. You can put that in the group chat. It's some folk, no matter how much you go outside your way for them, no matter how much you bend over backwards for them, no matter how much you sacrifice for them, understand they don't want to do the same thing. They will never do the same thing because they don't see you as that individual. Understand me. It's some folk that want to see you down bad because as long as you down bad, then they can run amok in your life. As long as you down bad and you have low self-esteem, then they know that you're willing to put up with anything. And all they gotta do is threaten to leave you. And if they say they gonna leave you, they know that that'll shut you up real fast. If they say that they gonna leave you, they gonna disconnect or the relationship is over with, they know that you're so broken and so desperate for the company that right there, that's gonna win the argument, that's gonna win the situation. And they don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you heal, because they know that that's going to change the whole dynamic of the relationship. They know that that's going to shift the whole entire relationship. If you start growing, if you start developing, if you start seeing and utilizing your gifts and your talents, if you start creating and becoming like how you were designed to do, then they know that it's going to be, you're going to be issuing them the gift of goodbye. Because whether you know it or not, believe it or not, some folk already know they don't deserve you. That's a fact. Don't get mad at me. That's just the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Some folk already know that they don't even deserve you. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve nobody like you. They know the type of person that they are. They know that they are a liar. They know they are cheat. They know that they are a manipulator. They know they're narcissistic and toxic as all get out. They know this already. They know all of these things. And that's the reason why they're constantly, because they know that they don't deserve somebody like you. When they find somebody that they see is good, thank you, Shay Shay. When they see somebody that is good, when they see somebody that is genuine, when they see somebody that is loving and kind, thank you, Tony. When they see that in you, that's the reason why they go so hard to try, pay attention. That's the reason why they go so hard to try to destroy that part of you. That's the reason why they go outside of their way to constantly try to tell you something that you are not, to try to project all over you, to try to gaslight you, to try to mold and shape you into be thinking that that's what you are, even though in the end you're like, no, I'm not. That's not me. That's not how I am. That's not how I think. And you're in conflict with yourself, because you're looking at yourself like, do I really say that? Do I really do that? Do I really give off that? So now here you are running to everybody that you know, all your close friends and all your family members, because now this person then twisted and turned your mental so much that you don't know if you coming or going. This is the danger of being in the bad company. When it says bad company corrupts good character, you can have great character. You can be a great person at your core, and you operate in that greatness. But if you get connected to a narcissist, a toxic, a manipulative type of person, that they will have you over there questioning everything that is you. You will be over there asking your friends and your family members, is this me? Do I do this? And hang on your friends and family members. Now you know you don't act like that. You know that ain't you. And guess what that narcissist in your life will do? Everything in their power to create drama, to create beef in between the people in your life that's giving you the reassurance that you need. Oh, your mom and them, they want your relationship. Your friend them, they want your relationship. They just jealous of what you got and you too blind to see it. They'll create all kind of drama, all kind of chaos, because they want to keep you lonely. They want to keep you in a place where you're codependent on them, that the only person that you ask about anything is them, that the only validation that you ever get is from them. Understands? Because as long as you're getting your validation and your acceptance and your approval from them, then they're able to tell you anything, and they know that you're going to go with it because of your fear of losing them. So they try to separate you from everybody that you know and love, because they don't want them inside of your ear telling you anything different. Come on now, this is the damage of being in the wrong company, sitting in the wrong environments. It's some folk, again, no matter how much you love them, they don't love you. No matter how much you want the best for them, they don't want the best for you. The truth of the matter is, when you see in these relationships, and y'all thinking I'm be joking, but I be really serious, if you can't reciprocate, then you cannot participate in any area of my life. Take it to the bank, put it in there. Understand that if you cannot reciprocate, then you cannot participate in my life. When I see how you do life, when I see how you do love, when I see how you do relationship, how you do familyship, if I see that it's not in alignment with how I do love, how I do life, how I do relationship, how I do friendship, baby, snip, snip. If I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to get out of folk face and out of folk way. My detachment is what top tier. Understand that. Have mastered the art of disconnecting from folk. I will walk smooth up out your life, and it won't be no drama. That last conversation will be the last conversation, and you ain't even know it. You will never hear from me again. And I don't call that ghosting neither, because you know exactly why we're not talking. I just call it not wasting my time talking to somebody whose ears are already deaf to my voice. You don't hear me already. So why would I constantly sit over there and have a conversation with myself? I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to sit over there and talk to you and talk to you, and it's going in one ear and right out the other. That's a waste of my time, my energy. Understand that I'm not about to do it. If you didn't hear me, then you did not hear me. And I'm moseying right on about my business. And yes, I did say mosey. Y'all know I'm 46. So mosey is definitely in my vocabulary. I mosey right on about my business, head up, chest out. Because when you're real, when you're solid, you do what? You let chips fall. You let bridges burn. When you're real, when you're solid in a relationship, in a friendship, in a familyship, with how you're dealing with anybody, when you're real, when you're solid, when you're open, when you're honest, when you're transparent, understand me, then you do what? You let bridges burn and you let chips fall wherever they may fall. And that's it. That's all. And you don't care nothing about telling your side of the story. You don't care nothing about trying to make it add up. You don't care nothing about the other stories that other folks are saying and what they got going on. Not my circus, not my clowns. Really don't care. Understand me. I don't care to know. Don't care to be involved. Don't care to have no dealings with it. And you go right on about your business. That's when you're real. That's when you're solid. I got more. Double tap on my screen if you're still here. If you're still here, put yeah in the chat. If you're still here, I got some more because I got some more. Thank you, Tony. If you're still here, just put yeah in the chat. Yeah. Come on. Put yeah in the chat. If you still here, I see you. There we go. Okay, I see. TikTok say, yeah, oh baby, we still here. We still here. We trying to get what else you got. Double tap on the screen. Where we at? We outside a little bit. Because we are 41 days and I'm just trying to prepare you for the next 41 days because we're doing what? This week we're grinding with grace. We're grinding with grace, and in order for us to grind with grace, we have to do these things that I'm listing out. We have to what? We have to accept things for what they are and not what we want them to be. We have to learn how to manage our emotions, right? We have to watch the environments we're in, making sure that we're not in environments that triggers our old self, right? So we understand that. Now we're going over here to number 4, right? And we have to watch our mouths. Number 4 is you have to watch your mouth. Outside of that, you put only a fool vent with no filter. Watch your mouth. Only a fool vents with no filter. Watch what you say. That tongue is powerful. That tongue is the steering wheel of your life. Understand that what you're saying about your life is the direction that your life is headed in. Your tongue is the steering wheel of your life. Watch your conversations with folk. Watch what you say, what you put out in the atmosphere. Understand that only a fool vents without a filter. Is some folk ready for you to speak negatively about your life? There's some folk that's waiting on you to get to having negative conversations about other folk in their life. As a matter of fact, we're going to slap word on that as well. So we're going Matthew, and that's going to be 5:37. Jesus himself said, keep your conversations yea or nay. It's either it is or it isn't. It's either it is or it isn't. It's either yes or no. And keep right on moving about your day. It's a dangerous game to get over there and get to talking. Understand me, because it's some folk that can't wait to hear your plan. It's some folk that can't wait to hear your vision. So it's not always about gossip. Understand, it's not always about gossip. You have to know who you having conversations with, because the enemy doesn't know what to attack until you start speaking it. The enemy doesn't know what to go out and start trying to destroy until you start speaking it. His ear is always to the ground. He says, I'm going to and from, and I'm searching to see who I can devour, who I can eat up, who I can destroy. Understand, you understand the enemy, the adversary, baby, is unhinged. Don't care about who you is. Understand, he ain't got no respect to person. When I say unhinged, I mean really unhinged. Understand that he is very much unhinged. He don't care nothing about you, a beautiful soul. He don't care nothing about you, a beautiful creature. He don't care nothing about you that had such a good life. He don't care nothing about none of that. He has no respect to persons. Understand that. You go right there to Matthew 5:35, and that's going to be 30. He says, yea or nay. Keep it light. 41 days. Everybody should know everything about you. All your plans, all your vision. You have to watch the environments in which you're sharing what you got going on. And it's some folk that'll be listening to you because that's what they want for themselves, right? They'll listen to you, they'll listen to your plan, and they'll go out and mimic every single thing that you just said. They'll go right in there and they'll steal every single thing. And that's what the enemy does. He comes to steal, right? Understand that. Come and steal everything that you just spoke. And the whole plan, the whole breakdown, the whole blueprint, right? Because you're talking. Mind your mouth. Mind the conversations that you have with everybody. Let your action, let your work speak for you. Let your action, let your work speak for you. Put it in the chat. Let your actions, let your work speaks for you. Understand that everybody shouldn't know the regimen. Everybody shouldn't know what you put into yours. Understand me? Yeah, different strokes for different folks, baby. This right here, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This is me and mine right here. Hello, somebody, let your work and your actions speak for you. You ain't got to go. Yeah, I'm telling you, mind your mouth. The direction of your life is right there in your tongue. Your tongue is the steering wheel. It's controlling the flow of your life, where you're going in your life. Watch your mouth. Come on. Watch your mouth. I got some more. Double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen. We almost have 200K. We got 177.1. Get us up to 200K. Double tap on the screen. I got some more. I see y'all in there. It says, watch your mouth. I see you, Sheila. Sheila Davis. Yeah. Let your actions and work speak for you. Come on. Double tap on the screen. I see y'all getting it in the chat. That's right. Come on. Friend said, I shared and like. Appreciate you so much. Y'all definitely hit that share button. Hit that share button. I got some more. Double tap on that screen. Understand me. You got 41 days to get yourself in alignment. Number one was acceptance. Accept things for what they are, not what you want them to be. You cannot afford to be walking around here with that delusional type of mindset. Understand, lock all the way in. Stop disappointing yourself. You disappoint yourself when you put your expectations on other people. Understand, when you expect a thing to behave like something that it already showed you that it wasn't. Number two was you have to manage your emotions. Understand, manage your emotions. You can't afford to behave the way that they behave. Understand that you can't afford that. Number three was what? The environments. Make sure you're not going into any environments that's triggering the old you. Understand, bringing back that old broken version of who you used to be, because there's going to be some folk that can't wait to say, aha, can't wait to say, I told you so, can't wait to say, I knew you ain't really changed. So you have to be prepared for these particular things to happen in your life. Number four was that you have to watch your mouth, because only a fool vents without a filter. The scriptures that I dropped in there is going to be what? Number one is going to be Matthew 10 and 14. Then we had John 18, 10 through 11. Then we had 1 Corinthians 15 and 33, and then we had Matthew that was 5 and 37. Give me you a moment to write them down. Double tap on the screen. Double tap on the screen. Those were the 4 notes, and you had 4 notes, and I gave 4 scriptures to back up those notes. You had 4 notes, and you had 4 scriptures to back up those notes. Acceptance, manage your emotions, and Heather Gigan, you missing one. Watch your, you got, wait a minute, okay, I see it. You got, okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I was just making sure. For 1 second, I thought you had 3. For 1 second, I thought you had 3. 4 notes, 4 scriptures. It's what y'all just got. 4 notes, 4 scriptures, right? And the red ink pen note that I gave you is that watch when you're settling, because settling is a disguise for fear. Because when you settle for something, it's because you are afraid of ending up with nothing. That was a red ink pen note that I gave you, right? So that was your red ink pen note. Making sure everybody, y'all know my lives are learning lives. These are learning lives. We don't just show up over here to kick it, right? We show up over here to learn. Good morning, how you doing, Tara? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Double tap on my screen. There you go. There you go. Y'all got that? And I also told y'all, I said you have to dust it up off your feet, right? Dust it off your feet. All right. The next one, number 5. Number 5. Y'all ready for number 5? This is going down into your red ink pen notes right here. So it's going to be down there where you put about fear. Second red ink pen note is this: align your expectations. Align your expectations. She says, can I have the first 2 scriptures? That's going to be Matthew 10 and 14. And then that second one is going to be John 18, 10 through 11. Second red ink pen and note. It's align your expectations. What do you mean by that, coach? One, set the expectation, and then align your life to achieve it. You first have to create a plan, love. Beloved, what are you thinking? If you don't have any expectations, any goals, anything set in your life, it's like you're swinging at the air. You don't have a goal. You're just wearing yourself out. You're just swinging at the air. Understand that? You're just swinging at the air. Swinging at the air. You have to align your expectations. What is it that you want? What are the expectations that you have for yourself? What goals do you have set in your life? What are some things that you know at your age and what you're doing that you should already be accomplishing? When you look at your life and you're disappointed in your life because you're saying that there's some things at my age I feel like I should already know and I should already be doing. When you're saying that, list out those things. What are those things that you know that you're missing? Where's those things that you feel like you're off from? Where's those things? You have to list those things out. And once you align your expectations, right? Align your expectations, you set the expectation, and then you align your life to achieve it. You have to shift your life around to be able to accomplish or achieve the goals or the expectations that you have set for your life. That's not something that somebody else can do for you. The last two scriptures was 1 Corinthians 15:33, and then the last one on the 4 was going to be Matthew 5:37. Write them down. I see y'all in the chat. You have to align your life to fit the life that you want. In other words, you're not aligning your life to fit what you once had. If your life right now, the way your life is set up, if it's accommodating for the life that you're currently living, then you're behind. Whew. I don't mean to upset you, but if your life right now is only accommodating the life that you got right now, then you're behind. You should be working to do more. You should be putting some extra. When you say you want it running over, you have to do the work that is required for the running over. When you say you want it endowed, with me, you want it poured all over, you have to do the necessary work that's going to bring forth that. Y'all remember? And yeah, just over in the middle of this live video, what did I say? I said the more that you're pouring into that tube, it's like a U-shaped tube. When you're pouring into this tube, it might be clogged right here, but when you pour the Drano in, it's going to push that what was clogged right here, it's going to push that all the way up. So you have to be pouring into yourself so much that you're pushing this all the way out so that you can create an overflow in your life. You got to be pouring in to push out. If you're not pouring in to push out, then you're doing nothing but pouring in, and it's just sitting in there, just sitting up in there. You have to have something in there that's breaking up the generational curses, that's breaking up the broken thinking, that's breaking up, right, the dysfunctionalness, that's breaking up the drama, that's breaking up the chaos, that's breaking up the things that's clogging up your life, that's preventing you from having a good flow in your life. You have to break those things up, and the only way that you can break those things up is what? The right information. You have to have the right information. The right information will do what? Change your whole entire life. The more you know, the more you apply, the stronger you are, more confident you become. The more you know, the more you apply, the stronger that you are, the more confident that you become. You have to pour something in to get it out. You have to align your life. If your life right now is if your life right now is just enough, I'm doing just enough to get by, then just enough to get by is going to be what you always have. And that's why I say you're not doing enough. That's why I say you're not doing enough. If what you're doing right now is simply, yeah, come on. If what you're doing right now in life is just enough to get by, just enough to make ends meet, just enough to be able to sleep at night, just to be able to do this and just to be able to do that, then that's all that you're going to have. It's just enough. That ain't the life for me. The devil is a lie. I rebuke that, baby. That's not enough for me. That's not enough for me. I don't want to just sleep at peace at night. I need to have peace all throughout my day. I don't want to just allow my ends to meet. I need them to wrap around each other. I need to take care of the things, the responsibilities of my day-to-day life, and I still need to be able to take the trips to places I've never seen, eat things that I don't even know how to pronounce. Understand me. I serve a God that sits high. Understand that. I serve a God that is a God of abundance, a God of multiplication, a God of pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Why in the world would I live a basic life? Why would I live a broken life? I serve El Shaddai. I live a shalom life. Nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing lacking. Understand, that's what I speak over my life. That's how I align my life. Understand me. Why would I be out here just barely making it in life and then saying that I praise and I worship and I align myself with the Most High God? Something about that just don't sit right with me. Something about that just don't measure up. Something about that just don't seem right. How in the world? Come on, choir, go ahead and sing right now. My organ man is organing. My tambourine lady is tambourining right now. I got folk running up and down the pews because you can't think about the goodness of the Most High God. Understand? And it don't excite you. You can't think about the way that he makes ways and create opportunities out of nothing. Understand me? And it not excite you. Why do you settle for less when he's saying, I'm trying to give you big. I'm trying to give you more. I'm trying to give you pressed down. I'm trying to give you shaken together. I'm going to give you running over. But you keep settling for less. And as long as you settle for less, then less is what you're going to have. It ain't me. It's you. He said, it ain't me. If you, I know y'all tired of this well, but it ain't me, it's you. Can I say it though? Somebody find the scripture. It wasn't a part of my notes today, but the woman at the well, find the woman at the well and put the scripture inside the chat for me real quick. So you can understand the illustration that you can understand what it is that I'm about to say to you. I want you to be able to understand what it is that I'm about to say to you real quick, right? He says, it's not me, it's you, baby. It's not me, it's you. Because I got it for you. I got it hung up right here for you. And the moment that you align yourself with me, then I'm gonna give it to you. But if you keep settling for Jacob's well, that well where you can quench your thirst that one time, if you settle for Jacob's well, and that's going to be John 4 1 through 44, John 4, okay, there you go, I'm sorry, John 4 5 through 30. I got a lot of, it's in John. Y'all go read John 4 because I got a lot of people putting up John 4, but they got different ones, right? So you go read John 4, John chapter 4, read about the woman at the well. Understand me. God said it's not me, it's you. Yeah, there you are, right, Ms. Leader. Read the whole chapter. That's how I feel. When I give you a scripture, read the whole chapter so you can make real sense to yourself, right? He says it's not me, it's you. You don't have, not because of me, it's you. You don't have not because you don't ask not. Understand? You ask not, so you ain't got it. Understand me. The God that you see is the God that you get. If you come to me and you only come to me for certain things, that's the only thing that I give you. I give you what you ask for. That's it. So when he obeyed that well, you have to understand this. This is us on a regular basis. This is Jesus and the woman at the well. He over there, he chatting it up with the woman at the well. We're going to put it in 2024. Y'all just follow me real quick. He over there chatting it up with the woman at the well. He like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? What you want? What you want? That's it. That's all. What you want? Let's just break this all the way down. You know I ain't got no business talking to you. You ain't got no business talking to me because back then he's from another tribe. She's from another tribe. They beefing with each other. They people don't even get along like that or whatnot. And he ain't got no business talking to a woman that he don't know because that breaks all protocol. He already know this, but y'all know we serve a God that ain't never follow nobody's protocol, never follow nobody's religion, never was in alignment with nothing that these folks put out there. Everything that they lined up and said that this is what we supposed to do, he looked at it as foolish. He looked at it like ain't no way. Understand me? All the way down to not working on the Sabbath. But if I start doing that, coach, if you start doing that, these people gonna get mad. You know how church folks is. But the truth is gonna be the truth. He wasn't even in alignment with the whole Sabbath. He like, how y'all gonna say y'all not gonna work on the Sabbath, but if your mule fall into a hole, you telling me you gonna leave the mule inside the hole for a whole nother day until you get it out? He said, no, we're not gonna leave it in. You're not gonna leave it in there. You're gonna get it out. Therefore, you was working on the Sabbath. He said right there and called them a hypocrite right there in their face. Like, you a hypocrite. That's not the case. That's not what it is. Understand me? He ain't never followed protocol. Yes, he did. He never followed protocol. He never followed what other folks said. He's not concerned with your religious belief. Understand that he's concerned about the intimate relationship that you have with him. Baby, everything that we do is spiritual. He's like, I'm concerned about your heart. I'm concerned about, are you in alignment with me? I'm not concerned about the name of the church. I'm not concerned about whether the lights on in the church or whether the pews are filled in the church. I'm concerned about, do you know who I am? And am I taking residency inside of your life? Okay, I'm off topic. I'm going back. I ain't trying to upset you, but I'm going back. Woman at the well. So he over there, he talking to somebody he know he ain't got no business talking to. And so he says, you know, you can have this water right here that Jacob, out of this well that Jacob didn't gave you now. You can drink from this well, but if you drink from my water, I got living water right here for you. Understand me? And the thing about it is, sometimes we as people, we get to operating with our carnal mind, our fleshly mind, and we don't realize that everything that we do is spiritual and that God has a way of supernaturally supplying for us every single one of our needs, right? So what happens in this moment is we be presented with things, and because we want that instant gratification, we take what is instant, not realizing that he has something that was 4 or 5 times bigger and better than what you got for that instant gratification. And this is the reason why I said November the 18th at 9:39 a.m. 2024, before you make a move, before you do anything, you consult God first. Not mama, not daddy, not sister, not brother, not best friend, not coach, and not this person and that person. You go to God in prayer. He's the only one, understand, that sees all. He's the only one that hears all. He's the only one that's everywhere at the same time. We have to learn how to pray first, seek him first, put him first in every single thing that we do. We have to learn to move in that order. Because if not, you'll be settling for Jacob's well and not the living water. Jacob's well will quench the thirst. And it is good water, just like he told us, good water. And it'll work, it'll serve its purpose. But that's a temporary fix. It'll quench your thirst for the right now. You will have instant gratification right now. But what about tomorrow? What about next month? What about next year? What about then? We have to learn how. We have to learn how to see ourselves with the same eyes that God sees us and embrace everything that he has for us, because we honestly be out here suffering and dealing with things that we really ain't got to. And it's because of the way that we see ourselves, the way that we see ourselves, the way that we speak about ourselves. This be the problem. If we go to Gillian real quick, understand it says, the third thing in your red notes, the third thing in your red notes is you have to regain your confidence. We've got these next 41 days. You can't afford to be out here walking like no coward. You can't be out here whispering to folk. You can't be out here tiptoeing around folk. You can't be out here acting like you the least of these. You can't be out here behaving like you don't know the God that you serve. You're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to head up, chest out. You're going to have to walk like you got some oomph about yourself. Understand that the third red ink pen note is you got to regain your confidence. What do you say? Some of y'all taking a long nap on yourself. Some of y'all been sleeping on yourselves. Some of y'all have been reducing yourselves. Some of you guys are walking around with this defeated mindset when God is saying, I'm with you. I'm with you. So why are you insecure? I'm with you. So why are you having all these panic attacks? I'm with you. So why is you out here stressing? I'm with you. Yes, it's stressing with a K. Why? I'm with you. So why are you out here acting like you were the borrower and not the lender? I'm right here with you. Understand me. I'm walking with you. I'm trying to engage with you. I'm trying to lead you. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to provide for you. I'm trying to fulfill the scripture through you. And you over here playing around acting like you don't know you that guy. You don't know you that girl. Understand me. I need you to tighten up. Regain your confidence. You have to see you the way God sees you. You have to learn how to see you how God sees you. We're going to go to Judges 6 and 12. Go to Judges. I might slide that up one. I might slide that up to 5. So I had 1 through 4. I might end that up on 5 on the black ink pen notes. Understand? I need you to embed that in your brain real quick. Judges 6 and 12. When the Lord said to Gideon, he said, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. You got to see you how God see you. Gideon saw himself as weak. He said, I come from the weakest tribe. And I'm the weakest inside the tribe. Not only are the people that I come from weak, but I'm weaker than them. It's what Gideon said about himself. And if we're going to be real, I mean really real, and I know that might cause some tears to flow. I know that might cause some folk to really lose it right now. Good morning, Coach Stormy. Welcome to the Live Love. I want you to understand something real quick. You have to start seeing yourself the same way God sees you. In Judges 6 and 12, the angel appeared before Gideon, and he says, Gideon, the Lord is with you. Understand? And then called him a mighty warrior. And I know that may trigger some sensitive emotions in folk, but a lot of you guys are struggling in life, not because you don't have the intellect, not because you don't have the strength, not because you don't have the resources. It's because you procrastinate. It's because you're lazy. It's because you become complacent in where you are right now. All you've seen is people, like he said, he put emphasis on it. He says, I come from the weakest tribe, which meant all I've seen my whole entire life is weakness. I've only been surrounded by weakness, understand me. And so he's basing where his life at. He's saying that that's all that I know. And not only are the people that I'm coming from, not only are they weak, I'm weaker than them. And a lot of you guys show up in life with this weak type of mentality, this simple type of mentality, this basic type of mentality, like you can't have it, like you can't do it, like you're not able to accomplish that thing when it's in you. You have the gift. We all have the gift to create and become. What you create and what you become is all on you. What are you willing to do to get the life that you want? What sacrifices are you willing to make to get the life that you want? Are you willing to be a risk taker in your life? Somebody got to be the first to do it. Somebody got to be the first to do it. Somebody got to be willing to be the trailblazer. Somebody got to be willing to be the generational curse breaker. Somebody got to be willing to be the first to go through that thing, to show everybody in the family that it can be done. Somebody got to be willing to break the mold. Somebody got to be willing to go against the grain. Somebody got to be willing to say that, you know what? No worries. I'll be the first millionaire. No worries. I'll be the first 6-figure individual. I'll be the first to move up out the projects. I'll be the first to step out on faith and show you what we can really do if we put in that type of work. What are you willing to do? And the part that caught me the most, he says, the Lord is with you. It says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So how are you a coward walking with the Lord? How are you weak-minded, gullible? Why operating without a backbone when the Lord has already said that I'm walking with you? I'm walking right there with you. I'm walking right there with you. I got you every step of the way. How are you walking around sad and depressed when you already know that it's a fixed fight? When you already know that the enemy will not receive the victory? When you already know this already? How in the world are you walking around with a broken mindset mindset thinking that you're not able, that you're not deserving, that you're not worthy of these things when God is already saying that I'm going to give to you. He says in his word, he said, I didn't come that you can just have life. Somebody find the scripture. He said, I didn't come just so that you can have life, but I came so that you can have life and have it what? More abundantly. I'm not just, come on, double tap on the screen. Let's go. He said, I didn't come just so you can have regular life, so you can live a basic life, so you can live a struggling life. I didn't come so you could be scraping the bottom of the barrel. I didn't come so you can be satisfied with the bare minimum, with the mediocre. He said, I came so that you can have life, and not just have life, but have life more abundantly. That's word. That's word. That's John 10:10. That's scripture. Don't argue with me. Argue with the word. I didn't just come so you can have life. I came so that you can have it more abundantly. So why are you settling for basic? Why are you settling for mediocre? Why are you settling for the bottom of the barrel? Why are you acting like you ain't really got it like that? You settling for the water that coming out of Jacob's well. When I'm trying to give you living water, Gideon, you talking about you the weakest, and you come from the weakest. And I'm telling you that I'm walking with you. I'm looking at you eyeball to eyeball, and I'm calling you a mighty warrior right here, right now. Understand me. And you're right, but it's like insulting God. Like, wait a minute, I need you in these next 41 days. You got 41 days to get in alignment, 41 days to tap in. Understand that. I need for you to tighten up. I need you to suck it up. Understand, stretch head up, chest out. And I need you to create the life that you want. A win is a win. And even if you walk into 2025 and you're simply walking in with your peace intact, that's a win. If you're walking in with a clean slate and you didn't rid yourself of everything that's not in alignment with your assignment, anything that's not servicing your greater good, if you wipe that slate clean, a win is still a win. How you walk into this next year is going to be left up to you. A win is still a win. Drop it in the chat. I might win big, I might win small, but a win is still a win. That's it. That's all. Understand me. Drop it in the chat. I see you, TikTok. We at 241.8K. Y'all going off today. Y'all going off today. Double tap on that screen. Facebook, can I get 100 stars on Facebook? Double tap on that screen. IG, can I get 10 stars? Can I get 10 badges? I'm sorry, let's get 10 badges. I think that word deserves about 10. Let's go 10. Let's go 10. That's a big number. Let's go 10. Let's go 10. I ain't never say go 10 before. Yeah, I ain't never say go. We're going to go 10 right now, just on that word by itself. What a win is a win. She's talking about, Romeo said, baby, we in here today. Yeah, we on the porch with him today. A win is a win. Whether you win big or you win small, you still a win. Even if you walk out of 2024, understand me, you walk out with just a clean slate. That's still a win. If you walk out and you got your peace intact, that's a win. If you walk out and you got your mental health back the way you need it to be, and you back operating with that sound mind, a win is a win. Understand me. That's a fact. You ain't who you competing with? Nobody. Who you comparing yourself to? Nobody. This right here is a personal journey. This right here is all about me. You have to understand that in that moment, Gideon had to get in alignment with what God seen in him and how he saw him. You got to see yourself with the same eyes that God is seeing you. He's seeing you as victorious. He's seeing you as the head. He's seeing you as the lender. He's seeing you as a mighty warrior. And you have to show up in the same manner that a mighty warrior will show up in your life. You got to be prepared for all the smoke. What you said, baby, I ain't ducking no smoke. It's however you want to go about it. What Paul told him. Paul said, don't now one of y'all take me as a fool. Hello, somebody, I might not have the credentials that you got, the investment that you got. I might not be a trained speaker like what you got. He says, but the wisdom I have, and I have displayed it to all of y'all. You cannot deny my anointing. You cannot deny my calling. You cannot deny that I am in alignment with the Most High God. You can't deny me. I ain't ducking no smoke. I ain't ducking no smoke. Come on, I ain't ducking no smoke. Yeah. That's how you got to show up in this season. But some of us, we behave We behave like Gideon, and it's only right that I finish this. Yeah, some of us, we behave like Gideon, though. Because even though Gideon then sat right there with the angel, right? He didn't sit right there with the angel. He's having a conversation with the angel, understand me? But Gideon still needed reassurance. He still needed confirmation on what it was that he was going through. And all of this is going to be in Judges. It's going to be Judges, and it's going to be 6. It's going to be Judges 6:16. Ooh, Sasha, you done went off. 3,000 stars? Jeez, never. What? We just got 11,000 stars on Facebook. Yo, appreciate you. Judges. Let's go. Judges 16. When the word is good, it's good. When the word is good, it's good. Y'all outside with me? Y'all outside with me? Because I got some more. Some of us, we behave like Gideon. Gideon then said in the presence of the Lord. Some of us then said in his presence. We didn't witness his goodness. We didn't witness his grace. We didn't seen him pull us out of dark places in our life. We've seen him make ways out of no ways. We've seen him accomplish things that we knew for a fact that I could have never done that without him. There's no way I could have made that happen. That wasn't me. That was all God. That wasn't me. That was all God. Understand me. And we know this. Gideon then sat in the presence of the Lord. Understand me. He didn't sit there with him. And God then already told him, you're a mighty warrior. He didn't already told him, I'm going to be right there with you. And Gideon acted the same way that we act. He says, if you are really God, if you're really going to be right here with me, if this is really real, he said, can I test this? He said, can I test this? Can you imagine that? He said, if this is really real, be right here when I come back. The angel of the Lord said, okay, I'll be here when you come back. Gideon went and brought a sacrifice. Brought the sacrifice and put it on the rock. And he says, this is for you. He wanted to show his gratitude. He was giving praise before it even happened, but he was giving praise, but his praise was kind of somewhat of is that not us? It's like, I'm going to give you praise, but then I'm still not sure. I'm going to give you praise and I'm going to give you thanks, but I'm still not sure. And it's just like God, right? It's just like God to still be helping you, even when you don't deserve his help, still be doing it for you, even when you don't deserve his help, still be coming through for you, even when you don't deserve his help. You know what I mean? You don't even deserve the love that I'm giving to you. You don't even deserve what it is that I'm doing for you. You don't even deserve this right now, but I'm going to do it for you anyway. So what does the angel do? He takes his staff, he hits it on the ground, and he consumes the offering that Gideon gave to him, just to prove to him that he was sent by the Lord. Like, I'm here, and I'm telling you that the Lord is with you. I'm here, and I'm letting you know that things are going to be okay. I'm letting you know that you are a mighty warrior. That was confirmation, number one, right? Understand me. And I'm just showing you how we operate, right? And I'm showing you two things in this illustration. Number one, I'm showing you how God's word is never going to return back to him void. He's going to do exactly what he said that he was going to do. That's number one. And number two, I'm also showing you that God doesn't mind providing you with confirmation, but the only way that you're going to receive the confirmation from him is if you are locked in with him. You have to be on one accord with him. You have to be in alignment with him, because if not, you will miss your confirmation. And sometimes you think that God has not answered your prayers, that the thing have not been taken care of, and the truth of the matter is you're just not paying attention. Focus. You got to be focused to get that confirmation. You got to be focused to get that confirmation. She said, Coach, hold on. I got more. We're going to go. We almost at 300K on TikTok. I got some more. She said, teach it. Understand, you have to be locked in with the Most High, because if you talking while he talking, then who you listening to? You or him? If you talking while he talking, then who you listening to? You or him? You asking me for something and I'm giving you a response to it, and you're so distracted with life that you don't even see that I've given you the confirmation. You don't even see that I've given you everything that you need. But that wasn't enough for Gideon. Nobody ever taught this part. Understand, we always talk about Gideon and Gideon being a mighty warrior, but nobody have ever in church. I've been in church my whole life. Nobody have ever going where I'm about to go right now. Nobody. Can somebody in my chat just put break it down? Break it down. Yeah, just break it down. I'm gonna break it all the way down to you, right? Because they don't teach this. They just teach the mighty warrior so you can take off shouting. They talk about how the angel came before him and told him he was stronger than what he was. And then everybody in the church just go to dance, and the organ man be organing, the tambourine man be tambourining, and everybody just be doing their own thing. But nobody talks about the fact that Gideon had to really be in alignment to be able to get the confirmation that he needed. He never talked about the fact that he had to be in tune with him. And not only that Gideon did not just test the angel one time. What you say, coach? He tested him 3. Yeah, I had to get off this walking pad, baby. Yeah, what'd you say? He didn't test him one time. He tested him 3. Yeah, he didn't test him one time. He tested him 3 times. He tested him one time. He said, if this is what it really is, then be here when I come back. That's number 1. That's the first time, right? And when he came back, the angel of the Lord was right there. He consumed the sacrifice. And then the next day in Judges 16, that's when he says to him, he says right there to him, he says, I'm going to lay a fleece on the ground. I'm going to lay a fleece on the ground, or a towel, as we would say in 2024. I'm going to lay it on the ground. And if God is really going to be with me, then what I want you to do is wet up the fleece. I want the fleece to have dew, D-E-W, all on it, but all around it, the ground, I want the ground to be dry. I just need to know that I'm not in over my head. I need to know that what I'm doing, what I'm hearing, and what I'm hearing from you, I need to make sure that I'm not daydreaming. I got to make sure that this ain't the adversary trying to get over on me. Hold on. They never finished the scripture. You can't teach people incomplete. Understand, you have to complete it. So at this moment, this is the second time he asked for confirmation. Because he was so used to being down bad. Him asking for confirmation was a trauma response. Oh, come on, God. Yeah. Him asking for confirmation was a trauma response. Have you ever been so hurt in your life before that you so used to things going wrong that's all wrong is all that you knew? You so used to pain that pain was all you knew, that if anybody came to you and started talking about anything that was good, anything that was loving, anybody came in your life and they just wanted to love you, they just wanted to be there for you, and you didn't know how to receive the love that they was giving to you because you were so used to the hurt, you were so used to the pain and everything that you had gone through. You have to think in this moment, Gideon and the children of Israel had been out there suffering for 7 years. They had been going through hell and oppression for 7 years at the hands of the Midianites. I might as well teach it. I'm out here now. I might as well teach it because I'm out here now. So now I got to make it make sense to you. You have to understand, for 7 years, this is what they was going through. And they was going through it because of their own disobedience. They was going through it not because God did not love them, not because he didn't want to be there for them, but because they insisted on going their own way. They insisted on being disobedient. They insisted on worshiping the false idols. So God said, you know what? Because you won't follow my commandments, my instructions, what I said to you. Read the whole chapter so you can get the clarity. Understand, since you're not listening to what it is that I've been telling you, then I'm going to turn you over into the hands of the Midianites. And when the Midianites put their pressure on you, then you're going to have no other choice but to cry out to the Most High God, because nobody will be able to save you but me. Nobody will be able to deliver you but me. Nobody will be able to make it right for you in your life but me. This is what happened. It's in the scripture. Go read it. He was responding to the 7 years that they had been out there. That's why they kept asking for the confirmation. Because we've been crying for 7 years. We've been struggling for 7 years. We've been down bad for 7 years. And God has turned his back on us. And keep in mind, when God had answered them, God said, listen here, I delivered you up out of Pharaoh. I delivered you from Egypt. I brought you out here. When you were slaves, I took care of you. I delivered you from this, that, and the third. He broke it all the way down. God showed up with receipts. He showed them every single thing I delivered you from. He said, I gave you all these instructions and y'all disobeyed. So this is why you are at where you at, right? So now he goes down here and this other verse, around the 12th verse, he started having this conversation with Gideon, and now the angel is making away with Gideon. He's working this thing out down here with Gideon, right? And so Gideon is saying to him, he said, well, wet the fleece up. If the fleece got water on it and around it is dry, then I'll believe you. So he gets up the next morning. This is the second time, remember? He get up the next morning, go down there. The fleece is wet. So wet, he has to wring it out. You know God is a God of abundance. I just told y'all that. So he don't just sprinkle it. He has to overdo it. There was so much dew in the fleece that he had to wring it out, and the ground around it was in fact dry. Come on, coach. You coaching. You're coaching. God gonna give you the confirmation that you need, but you have to be paying attention. And you gotta know, he showed up, but it never said that he showed up with a gang of people. He never showed up with a group. He never showed up feeling like he had to, have somebody to come and see it with him. He did not go and look for somebody else's acceptance or somebody else's approval. He never went for somebody else's validation. None of that. When Gideon showed up to check that fleece, he showed up by himself. And the problem with a lot of you guys is you want to show up and you want to take folk with you. You want to bring folk right over there with you. When God said, what I got for you ain't for everybody. What I'm going to do for you in your life ain't for everybody. I called you a mighty warrior. I didn't say mighty warriors with an S. I said just you. The rest of them still weak. Where it was weak, remember, the rest of them still weak. Hello, somebody else. What I'm doing in your life, I'm doing this in your life. I said mighty warrior. I was talking directly to you. I wasn't talking to the other folks that was over there. Understand me. There's going to be some things in your life that's going to be just simply designed for you. And when you bring other folk around, that's what's hanging up your blessing. When you're trying to include other folk, that's what's blocking your blessing. That's why you can't get what you're supposed to be getting, because you're trying to drag the whole crew along and them folks is not ready. But I'm going to get back over here because, I got to finish this thing up, right? I got to finish this up. Just give me a second, though. Just bear with me for a minute. Now, he going to get in. Now he know, oh, wait a minute. Woo, this 2 times. I said, wait on me. I came back with a sacrifice. You consumed the sacrifice. I asked you to wet up the fleece, keep the ground dry. You wetted up the fleece and you kept the ground dry. He says, trauma responds, kicking back in again. Trauma responds, kicking back in again. He says, oh, come on, God, I thank you. Oh, God, I thank you. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Yes, this will be inside the Patreon. Give me a second. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? How many of y'all done said this? He said, don't be angry with me. How many times have you felt like, not even felt like, but you knew for a fact that you was insulting God with what it was that you were saying? You know what I mean? Like, I know I shouldn't even be asking you to do this because of who I am and my own disobedience. I know I shouldn't even be asking you to do nothing for me. I don't even deserve your goodness. I don't even deserve your grace. I don't even deserve your mercy. How dare I even part my lips to say what it is that I'm about to say? But I might as well say it because I know you know my heart. 2 times have he given Gideon confirmation. But the 3rd time, Gideon say, don't be angry with me, but I need you to show me one more time. Have you ever been so broken in your life that you just could not accept the fact that you was that guy, that you was that girl? Have you ever been so broken in your life, have been ridiculed, belittled, and discredited, and been surrounded by nothing but this type of life your whole entire life, that you did not eat? When people would say, oh, you're so beautiful, they would compliment you and you would degrade you. They would say, I love your outfit. Oh, this is something. Oh, you so pretty, girl. I need to get such and such done. You so broken that you don't even know how to accept a compliment without finding fault in yourself. Understand me. Come on, double tap on my screen. Now, I'm talking about broken, so broken that you done sat with the angel of the Lord and he done gave you confirmation twice. Then you say to God, you say, don't be angry with me, but I need you to give me. I need you to give it to me one more time. This is the 3rd time. I need one more time. Show it to me one more time so that I know it's real. 3 times so I know that it's real. Like I know that I'm a no. Don't be mad at me. I know I should know now. I know I should understand it right now, but don't be mad at me. I'm just so broken that can you just, hey, yo, after this, you won't have to do it again. Don't be angry with me, though. And God says, I got you. He said, what do you want? Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Maria. He said, what do you want? Gideon said, hit me with a reverse. Put it in the chat real quick. Reverse it for me. Reverse it for me. Reverse it for me. What you mean, coach? He said, the first time he said, I'm going to put the fleece on the ground and I want the fleece to be wet and I want the ground to be dry. But if this is really real, now mind you, he's already wrung out the fleece. So he already wrung out the water. So he said, now this time, what I want you to do on this time, I want you to make the ground be wet and the fleece to be dry. If this is real and you really going to be with me and this is really going to be happening and I'm really the warrior, understand, I want you to hit me with a reverse. Understand me? Hit me with a reverse real quick. Now, I want the ground to be wet and the fleece to be dry. So Gideon now goes away, and now, right, he goes away again, and he comes back the next morning. And what happens when he comes back, coach? What happened? God didn't hit him with a reverse. Now the ground is wet, soaking wet, and the fleece is dry. The towel is dry. And in that moment, now Gideon understands that this is not a test. This is not a drill. This is not practice. This is not conditioning. This is not a scrimmage. This is the real thing. Baby, we just entered the real thing. We just say, coach, baby, this ain't no scrimmage, huh? This ain't no scrimmage. This game right here, this really counts. This is the game right here. This is the real thing right now. So in this moment, now Gideon has to realize something about himself. Head up, chest out. It's three things that Gideon, I hope y'all taking these notes. It's three things that Gideon has to understand and he has to take with him on this way, right? He has to take these things on with him on the way. Number one, he says, I will be with you. Understand it? He says, I will be with you. Some of y'all need to remind yourself of that every single day. You need to make that a sticky note. Every time you start to feel alone like you by yourself, you need to be reminded by the fact, he says, I will be with you. The Lord said, I'm going wherever you go. Whatever it is that you're about to do, don't think for 1 second that you're doing it by yourself. I'm going with you. This ain't a battle of you and them. When they battling you, they battling me too. I'm going right there with you. Understand, I've already told these people more than one time, don't touch my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Understand that when my folk come, you better get up out the way. You don't want to be in a battle with me. You don't want to have to go head to head with me because, baby, you ain't going to be able to stand. He says, I will be with you. The second thing that you have to take with you, he says, and you will strike all of them down. The Midianites. He says, you're going to go. And when you go, you will strike all of them down. All of them got to go down. But not only will they be down. See, this is the power. This is the power. This is the authority. This is what happens when you're in alignment with the Most High God. He says, you're going to strike them. You're going to strike them all down. But not only are you going to strike them down, he says, leaving none alive. Completely destroying every single one, leaving none alive. Some of you guys have the call, the anointing, the power, the authority to pull down the strongholds that are holding you and your family bound and have been bound for years. Some of you guys have the power and the authority to strike down every spiritual wickedness in high places. Some of us have that power and that authority to be the first that's going to do it. Understand, and until you stand up to the plate and you start pulling it down, until you start severing the ties, understand that your people are going to be bound. But he says, Gideon, this is one person that he's talking to. He's not just talking to a group of, he's not talking to a group of people. He's talking to one person. He says, you are going to strike them all down. How can one person strike down a whole army? Understand, because he says, when I'm with you, it's more than the whole entire world being against you. You got to know who's with you. And he says, I'm going with you, and this is what I'm going to do through you. Understand, leaving none alive. But y'all be denying y'all power. Y'all be, yeah, I'm just saying the truth is the truth. Y'all be denying y'all power, but the truth of the matter is you way stronger than what you think that you are. You way stronger than what you think that you are. You way more capable than what you think that you really are. It's power that's laying in the inside of you, and it's laying dormant, and it's waiting on you to activate it. It's things that's laying inside of you, gifts and talents that's laying inside of you right now. Understand me, that you have the power to pull down, that you have the power to unalive, that the power to disconnect not just you, but everything that's connected to you. Understand me, but you have to get up and activate that power. You have to get in alignment with that. These are things that you're going to have to do if you really want it. If you really want it. If you really want it, you have to be willing to work towards it. If you really want it, you have to be willing to align your life for it. If you really want it. If you're not a part of my chosen family, do me a favor. Click that link that's in my bio. Click the link that's in my bio that says Linktree Street. Click that, stroll down to where it says Mental Health Support Group. Select that $10 tier and become a part of the chosen family right now today. The chosen family, we meet twice a week, and that's Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have prayer on Tuesday, prayer on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also bring your questions, your comments, anything that you're going through at that moment. We do try to address as many of those as we can, help everybody out along the way. So if you're not a part of the chosen family, make sure you click that link so that you can subscribe right now today to become a part of that. Not only do we have prayer on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Thursday night at 6:30, from 6:30 until 7:30 p.m., we have a study group. So if you need somebody, if you're looking at that Bible and you are saying the Bible is overwhelming to me, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, then you need to click that link to become a part of the chosen family. Hit in my bio, that Linktree Street, select that mental health support group, select the $10 tier, because on Thursday night, we have study group. It's study group / mental health group. That's what we do. Bring your questions, bring your comments, and right there, we breaking down right now. We break down a mental health book, and we also break down scriptures, right? So anything that you may be confused about, anything you may be unsure about, bring it to group. You have to study to show yourself approved. You have to be around like-minded people who are on that same healing journey, that want the same thing as you. If you know that you're a babe in Christ and you're just now starting out and you need that extra support, then you have to click the link that's in my bio. Click the link, scroll down to mental health support group, get signed up right now. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have prayer. Every Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30, we have study group. So you bring it, come on in there, get on up in there. Thank you, Anissa, for the cash app. Get on up in there so that you can get your study on, so that you can start learning some of these things, deep diving into these things. Listen, and it don't matter how old you are. You're never too late to start making changes in your life. Sign up for the group. Become a part of the group right now today. All right. Other than that, December the 7th, I'm gonna be in Woodruff. I'm gonna be in Maryland, because I think they moved it to Marlboro. I'm gonna be in Maryland Saturday, December the 7th. I'm gonna be in Maryland, and you guys know December the 25th through January 4th, I'm gonna be in West Africa, Ghana. I'm on the way. Right. I'm gonna be out there. I'm doing missionary work. That's right. My Christmas and my New Year's is going to be spent by me giving back, me giving to the less fortunate, me out there doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to the orphanage that caters to children who are from the age of 4 years old to 18 years old that's suffering with autism. We've already taken up the donations. I see a lot of people in my chat have been asking, where do we donate for Africa? I have already taken up the donations. I've already cut it off. You guys have to wait until I have another thing that I'm giving to. Yes, I don't take anything that I don't need. If I don't need the donations, if we're already at our max, I don't accept anything that I don't need. It's just the person that I am. So hold on to it for the next time that I have something where we're giving back, and we will utilize those funds for that. Do not cash out me anymore. Do not Zelle me anymore. I have everything that I need for Africa. They said they'll only bring about 500. We have the 500 that we're going to present to the orphanage for them to be able to go get the resources that they need for that. We're going to use that for that. The remaining portion, because we ended up with about 900. I was at 8, and then I had somebody send me more money through Zelle. So now we have like $939 left, and we're going to use that to go over there to the market to buy the hygiene stuff that we need and the cases of clean water, clean bottled water. So we got enough. We have more than enough to get everything that we need. The younger children, we're bringing the suitcases packed with donations for the younger kids, and the remaining portion after we get the water and stuff, we're getting all the stuff for the children that are of age that need hygiene stuff. We're going to get the stuff that they need with the remaining portion of that. So I don't need anything else, guys. I do appreciate it. I do. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate everybody that wanted to give, that reached out to give. It did not go unnoticed. But again, I don't want to accept something that I don't need. Okay. So the next time that I have another thing that I'm doing in the community, another thing that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, that's a benefit thing for, you know, the less fortunate, I will put it out there and you will be able to give at that moment. Okay. But I do appreciate, I don't want nobody to think, oh yeah, well, she just cut it off. It wasn't that, right? It's not that, you know, it's not that I'm shutting out what you wanted to do. I'm not that person. I don't want to get tied up in, oh, we gave, we did, and all of that. I believe, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm very, very particular about how I run things, how I structure things when it comes down to my business and my brand, right? I'm very protective of this. You know what I mean? When you have a baby, you are protective of your baby. This is my baby right here. I deal with people's hearts. I deal with people's souls, and it is not something that I take lightly, right? I never want, I'm very cautious with the way that I move, right? So the next time I'll let you guys know, and you'll be able to contribute to that. But right now we're at our max. What we got right now, we got more than enough. And again, to everybody that's inboxing about the retreat is sold completely out, guys. You know, I'm not being funny. I didn't cut it off to keep other people out. The beds are all full. We only had enough for 20. We only had 20 beds. Well, 20 enough to sleep 26, and we got staff that's coming out as well. So I don't have any more beds available. The next retreat is going to be listed, and you guys can get in for the next retreat. I had no idea that you guys were going to pack out the cabin the way that y'all did. I know people say that they're going to support, but I didn't realize y'all were going to buy it up like that. So we don't have any more space, but the next retreat is going to be posted, and you guys can get in for that one. Okay. I love y'all. This is a good problem to have, though. It's a good, somebody was talking to me, they said, but girl, you got a good problem. I said, yeah, but the problem with that is I also have a good heart, and I don't like to tell people no, and I don't like to not, when people want to be around me and they want to be in my presence and they want to absorb my energy and have that conversation, with me to learn and to grow, I don't like to shut that out. You know what I mean? And sometimes things are just not feasible. I can't do it, but I'm going to do everything in my power. The next retreat that we have, I'm going to make sure that I double the beds. Instead of me doing the 20, I'm going to definitely do 40 or 50 so that I can create more space for more people to get in, because I do realize there's a lot of people that say, hey, I wanted to be there. I wanted that experience. I wanted to share that space, to be able to get up and meditate with you in live in person, to pray with you, to join hands and just, have that energy and feel that closeness, that family. I wanted that. And we're going to provide that all 2025. We're creating rooms all the way around. We're creating rooms where you can learn, where you can grow, where you can really expand. That's what my whole tour is about for next year, for 2025. This time is personal, and we're going to really do it. We're going to really do it. It's going to be a learning experience for a lot of people that are just now really jumping into this thing and understanding the importance of loving yourself, accepting yourself, and being who God has called you to be, and not what other people want you to be. And I tell you that it's just a pleasure and an honor to be used by the Most High God, to be favored by the Most High God, to be chosen by the Most High God, to be able to spearhead such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. I thank you guys for supporting me, for showing up for my videos, for interacting in my chats, interacting on all three platforms. I appreciate your love and your support. Big ups to everybody that sent a badge this morning, everybody that sent stars this morning, everybody that sent gifts this morning, cash apps this morning. I truly do appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't know how much that really be, just to know, just to see you guys write in the chat, that's confirmation. I needed that word. You in my house. I need to know that feedback, like you're giving us what we need. And you guys did an excellent job on today with just pouring back. And I just want y'all to know that I noticed it. I seen the chat going crazy at one point. Y'all was over here like, y'all was going off at one point, and I truly love y'all so much, man. But every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. It is your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet. You guys go and have a wonderful day on purpose. I'll talk to you guys soon.